we? It's Wednesday. You're going to grab yourself your band and a mat, and we'll work our bottoms today. I buried mine in here somewhere. Why have I got the congas? Come and join the conga. Do, do, do. I don't know where that popped into my head. How are we doing? Hey Sue, hi Catherine, how are we doing? Oh, it's a bit bleak, doesn't it? It's a bit bleak today. We won't let that get to us though. Keep that mood high, upbeat. We're showing up, we're doing our workouts. Yeah, everything's fine. Come on, Summer. Definitely been craving more carbs recently. It's kind of like comfort food, isn't it, with the weather? Got to nip it in the bud though, because it's dangerous once it sets in. You mustn't get into that habit. We've been buying much nicer bread, and I'm not really bothered about bread generally, but the bread that we've been buying is particularly nice. And it's just crept in that little bit more, and just those little things here and there, like, oh, you know, it's not necessarily making me put on weight, but it because it's quite salty and carby, it just kind of makes you hold on to quite a lot of water. So I just feel sort of a bit more bloaty, a bit more chubby, a bit more chunky. I don't know. All those sort of things that you can, you know, easily remedy. But it's just making sure those things don't just creep in and then become a daily habit. Hello. All right. Wow, that's an early start for you, Edie. I'm so sarcastic. Right. Poor darling. Okay, side lunge, stick that thumb out. Push forward. And the other side. Push forward. Nice, isn't it? And then feet a bit narrow, squat and circle back. How's that upper body? I'm definitely feeling it. Feels good though. And I've somehow managed to completely release that tight bit that I've had sort of well over a week now. I got the foam roller out yesterday. Actually, it's all right. It felt like it was up here, pulling tight, but actually I found a really tight bit back behind here. So don't always think the bit where you're feeling it is the problem. It could be something else which is tightening up that area as well. But honestly, I can actually look around. Before I was sort of like, oh, can't turn to the right. It's all released. Yes. Get your foam rollers out. If you've got any aches and cracks. Don't let those things just be like, oh, you know, oh, that's just what, you know, I've got a sore shoulder. Do something about it. You've got to release those tight muscles, okay? Right, let's put those bands on. We'll start with some standing and then we'll take it down to the floor. Always feels so tight, doesn't it, when you first put them on? You're like, crikey. Okay, let's get moving. So, shoulders back and down, knees open out against that band, and side steps. Do 3 if you've got room. 2, 3. Feel free to move some arms as well, but just thinking more about the lower body. If you want to just get things moving a little bit, feel free. Squat it down lower. Let's work that lower body. So I listened to a really good podcast. I mentioned it the other day, but I found it, so I listened to it yesterday. And it's all about us ladies with our hormones. So it's relevant for people with periods, relevant for people going through perimenopausal, relevant for women gone through the other side. And really helpful information about hormones, making it seem really simple so you can understand it, get your head around it. And simple steps that we need to follow eating and exercise wise in order to maintain a healthy weight and feel healthy and not feel completely mental. Okay, we're going to go again. So I did post the link for the other Heather to listen to, but I will post it to the top of the group because I honestly feel like it's really helpful for everyone. The key points is what we're actually doing here. So the resistance, amazing, really, really helpful. Good sleep, that's another important one. Fibre, hydration, and moving, making sure you're moving enough day to day. You know, just like all those little steps that you count. So I don't know if you have your phone with you most of the days and you count your steps, but you know, I go for a decent walk, but with the extra steps that you're doing, moving around generally, it's about 10,000. That seems quite a nice amount. It's quite good to kind of move after eating. Okay, we're going to do a squat, toes out, squat down to heel, hand squeeze up. Move after eating because it helps to utilise those calories eaten, so they're not just sitting around turning into fat in your body. All that sort of insulin levels, which is why some people go on and get diabetes. And then mood-wise, sleep, really important. Going with your circadian rhythm, so sticking to a sleep routine, those sort of things. But yeah, go and have a listen. I just thought it was great. Totally debunked a lot of things about hormones. Mentions about the HRT and how it can be useful, but it doesn't prevent the weight gain at all. It's more for mood, dry skin, that sort of thing. We're gonna do a lift. Okay, I'm gonna concentrate now. Tuck that pelvis under, pull that tummy in, and out we go. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. So we're trying to say we've got a problem area as we're getting older, going through menopause. We might start to carry it around our tummy. That's because our estrogen levels are dropping down and our progesterone levels. And another way of upping your estrogen is for you to gain more fat. So that's what your body's doing basically. That's why that starts to happen later in life. So the things to do to prevent that is the resistance training. But it's not just doing ab workouts. You need to work your full body, okay? Really important, because I know it's really easy to think you can just work one area. You have to work your whole body. And our lower body is a big muscle group, the biggest of our body area. So really useful for burning fat to make sure you're keeping that all nice and strengthened. So yeah, when we do resistance training, we do need to work the whole body, not just one area. Out to the side. Level out those shoulders, a bit wonky. Tummy working. Oh, that was the other thing she mentioned, which I have noticed myself. So in the past, I used to try and do lots of crazy high intensity workouts, like the spinning and, you know, all those sort of things, lots of burpees and that. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning. Side step, tummy pulled in, shoulders back and down. That's very stressful, so it raises your cortisol levels. And as we're going through all these hormone mess ups, as we age, you really don't want to be adding in more stress to your day. So those sort of workouts are okay occasionally, but they will just frazzle you out even more, and your body will not be losing weight from them. So many people say that. I know myself from the past, but I just think it's interesting. I know there's a few of you on here that still really like those crazy workouts, and that's okay in small amounts. But if you've got a stressful life anyway, which pretty much everyone does, then as we're getting older, we need to just really concentrate on the resistance side of things, getting out in nature for those walks and hikes, and they're the sort of things, and just moving day to day. They're the things that you should be doing, which is what we do here. What did we do next? A squat. Squeeze that bottom. I think we did a squat. Right, I'm going to fully concentrate now. So I just got really excited about telling you all. Squeeze that bottom. If you need any help, obviously I've got the 6-day plan, which can just help you get on top of all those eating habits. And stop that confusion, because there's so much information out there, isn't there? Squat and squeeze. I am actually taking new inquiries for September. So September's a great time, isn't it, after the summer holidays, to get going again. September often feels like a bit of a new year, start afresh. Okay, let's go out. In fact, let's open out the hip now. So knee openers. Trying to use that balance. It's hard, isn't it? Open and bring back. Tap the toe just a little bit. If you don't have to do it at all, then amazing. It's okay to just tap that toe. Try not to put the full weight down. Try not to hold on as well. Try to use that balance if you can. Good. Good for strengthening up this area. Helping those hips to be protected. Stay nice and upright in that posture. Ooh. Oh, and one last thing, high protein, which again is what we're doing. High protein, lots of colour on your plate. Reduce the carbohydrates, reduce the sugar. Okay, let's go. Tap the toe. Yeah, I'd love to get another small group of ladies ready to go for September, because that's really nice to work with a few people at once. We have them weekly calls as a group, which is really nice. Bring those shoulders down. Really opening up that knee. You might find one side is much harder. Don't look out that standing knee, just have it slightly soft. Good. Bring it up. Do a little jig. I think we will take it down. So I'm going to do a bridge here. Just bring the camera down a little bit. You can do it. Hey Sue, hi Katie. You can do it from the floor or the sofa. Middle of your back if you're on the sofa. Otherwise, it's just make sure the heel's underneath the knees, squeezing up and really support the head so you can lock the hands together as long as it's on the head, not on the neck. Squeeze that bottom, drop it down and squeeze, tabletop position there, checking that the hips are nice and level, putting that tummy in, relax and contract. Good. Stay down. Okay. Let's bring the feet a little bit closer this time. Squeeze it up and open. Keeping the hips up high for that. Okay. Squeeze up, open. Really trying to keep the hips up there, okay? They will want to try and drop down. So I've got messages popping up my phone. Okay, relax. Let's go. We'll repeat those two again. So feet out a little bit more. Back into those bridges. Pull that tummy nice and flat. Drop it down. Squeeze it up. Stretch, contract, tilt that pelvis at the end to get that really deep contraction. Keeping the knees open against that band. Not pulling on that neck, just let the chin move with the hips. Feels nice and natural. Obviously on the floor, just let your head down. Oh, that's a nice stretch. Okay, feet a little bit there again. Pull up and open. Oh, honestly, it's such a revelation that I've managed to release that tight bit on my upper back and neck. Squeeze, it just feels so nice not to have that pain there. Keep the hips up, remember. Don't want to kind of go down and get lazy. Ooh, there we go. Let's take it onto the mat, if you're not already on that. Okay, doing well. Onto our side. Double up if you want to. That extra padding under the arms. Putting that shoulder nicely. Having the hands slightly turned out. Okay, stack, stack, stack. Open. Lengthen that body there. Feeling that out here. In the thighs getting worked as well. Tummy pulled in, pelvic floor in and up. Good. Swizzle it around. I cut my grass yesterday. It got so long. I've never ever seen it so long. All that rain, it just went absolutely bonkers. Really push that knee. Come on, push it a bit harder against that resistance. I bet you can. Pull some faces if you want to. It often helps. Good. Okay. Come on to all fours. Again, double up if you want the knees feeling nice and protected. Hands under shoulders. Can you see what I'm doing? I'll turn that way just so you can see. So, heel up. And a nice big movement down, the knee down to the floor, and then up, but the back stays nice and flat. Okay. Just looking down so we're not tensing up that neck. Tummy pulled in. Try and stay level in those shoulders. Good. come back onto those heels and just relax it out a little bit. Okay, other heel up and tap the knee. Again, keeping that tummy locked in, back flat, so not arching out. All in that in those hamstrings and glutes, or glute. Heel up to the ceiling. So we're not going out here. Okay, we're going up. Again, keeping the weight distributed through the hands evenly, shoulders, chest. Good. And then we're going to pulse it on the right side. Come back, knees apart a little bit, heel up, and then it's that pulse there. Okay, so the knee's not coming down this time, you're looking in your tummy. Pulse it out. Stay up and pulse. Should be burning. Keep it going up to the ceiling. I know it's a long 50, isn't it? Just twist off a minute. Release off any of that tension in that leg that you've been leaning on. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that was such a good stretch. Okay, other one. Let's go. Let's pulse. Keep it up there. Locking in the pelvis and the abs, staying level between the chest. Can't be a pulse. We're really getting in there. Keep it coming, ladies. It should be screaming at you. Oh, there we go. Oh, let's just leave that on again. Oh, that's good. What have we got going on? Oh my god, this is the last one. Let's jump up then and just finish on this. Oh, cut myself. Okay. So, we're going to go, actually we'll do side to side. Side, let's finish with a bit of movement. Release it off a little bit whilst working the muscles. Ooh, I just feel like doing a bit of a open out as well. If you feel like it, join me. Oh, I've got new walking boots, I think I said yesterday. So I'd probably test them out yesterday. Oh, they're so comfy. They're so nice. I did go for the Innovate again because they just fit my feet so well, and I'm so pleased. They were reduced from 150 or something down to 50 quid. Massive. Oh, we're done. Yay! Have a rest. Well done. Let's take the bands off and we'll have a good stretch. How was that? Hopefully the bottom is feeling okay. Right, now I saw this stretch on Instagram yesterday for lower back. I don't know if I can it looked really good. I was like, oh, I really want to do that one. But it's whether I can remember it. It looks a little bit awkward. So I think you put... I'm not sure I can remember it. I'll do it again. I'll have to go away and try and find it again. It just looks so good. Okay. Pigeon. Let's play it safe. And relax, okay? Bring that breath down. Bring your nervous system down, just relax it all back down, calm the cortisol. Oh, you know when you just hit the spot? Oh, it feels good. Come down with your tummy. So we got Pilates tomorrow. Comes around so fast, doesn't it? I don't know where these would go. I am actually going off camping. I know, lucky me, in this lovely, gorgeous summer weather. We're heading off tomorrow afternoon down to a campsite near Padstow with friends that we know from Ely School. So that should be quite a laugh, actually. Minus the rain. I am hoping that I can do the Friday workout. I just need to have a little bit think about logistics. But if not, I will let you know on the Thursday. Potentially it might be a bit tricky with the camping. Sorry when you stay somewhere, isn't it? But camping, you know, I'm going to have to like stand out in the field with lots of people watching me do this live to my phone, which I have done back in the past, haven't I? But I'm not sure. Heel up. Oh, that's a bit tight that side. Relax your head. You're tilting that pelvis under, getting that lovely deep stretch down the front of the leg. Continue to push up. Release the neck off. Let the shoulders sink, relax. Great stretch on the top of the hip flexors and tummy and the back. Everything's gurgling now. Stretching out that tummy area. Good for digestion. Should we do downward dog to finish? So bring those heels in and push the heels down to wherever they'll go. Just relax into it and they should drop down a little bit more within a few seconds, okay? And come down carefully. Come up carefully. Push that busy head. Thanks ever so much. Croaky croaks. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.